we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is review 5. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished 20 units of our book. That means we are almost to the 2/3 of the way through the book. What we're going to do today, we're going to review units 17, 18, 19, and 20 and have a little bit of fun doing that. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. We start off today by listening to a dialogue between the characters in our story and trying to find out why one of those characters is late. Now, remember from our previous lesson, if you have some reason that you're late, it's always good to give a good excuse, but that means that the excuse should be something that's real and not a lie. If it's a lie, then you're not going to be able to do well. You may as well just say, you know what, I'm lying, don't trust me. It's always best, make sure that you tell the truth. So look at the pictures and think about what happens in order. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put them in the correct order. So let's get started. What I want to do next is I'm going to play the video. Let's listen and find out what happened.
Oh, good. You're here.
Hi. I don't know where Jill is. She said she was coming.
I'm sure she'll be here shortly.
So, what do you like to do in your free time, Eric?
I like to study. And exercise.
Right. I remember. You play tennis, bowl, and box.
I'm thinking of maybe starting baseball too.
Outside?
Of course.
I mean, in the park with the team.
No, but with video games you can play anywhere. Even the park. It's almost the same thing.
I don't think it is.
Oh, hi Maria. Have you seen Jill?
Yep, she said she was on her way down.
Hey, we're going to a movie. Do you want to join us?
I'd love to, but I can't. I have plans tonight.
Too bad. Maybe next time.
Next time. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. We're going to be late.
We have some time. We should be okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I know I'm late. I had to walk the dog.
You don't have a dog.
You don't have a dog.
Right. The traffic is just awful.
What? You live right upstairs.
I know. So we should really get going or we'll be late.
Okay, so now she got caught in not one, but 2 lies. She said she's got to walk the dog, and then she doesn't have a dog. And then she got caught in traffic, but her apartment's just upstairs. She's made 2 excuses. Now her friends there, they're not going to believe anything that she tells them. So this is where it's always best to tell them the truth. If she come out and say, I am very sorry, I got stuck in the bathroom, I am so embarrassed. Okay, it happens. It's something that Maria could have told. It's like, hey, she's on her way down, she'll be down shortly. But as you can see, she was very, very late, long enough that they could probably fall asleep. So that's, 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Don't make someone wait that long. If you're going to be late and you're going to be that late, tell the people, go ahead and go on without me. I'll catch up with you. Let them go ahead and get there casually and not have to wait for your tardiness. All right. So now, Watch that video again and learn what they're talking about. Find out, what is Eric trying to play? He wants to learn to play a new sport and he wants to find out what it is. And then Eric and Casey are going out, they're going to do something with Jill tonight. Find out what they're going to talk about. Now, as you saw in that video, there was a little bit of awkward silence time where Casey and Eric are sitting and waiting for Jill. Sometimes that can't be avoided. Sometimes you have to find those awkward silences to get past it for the next time. And hopefully it doesn't go too many times. Because if you end up with those awkward times, you might be around the wrong type of people. So find out what's going on, fill in for the rest of the conversation. Now, this is the group work, and I know that it says to do it for group, but try answering this on your own. How often are you late? Are you late frequently? Be honest with yourself. Don't try to lie. Don't try to impress me or your coworkers or co-friends or classmates. Don't try to impress them. And don't say, I'm always on time. I am never late. Because that just doesn't happen. Last week in our class, I was actually late to class on one of the class days, on Monday specifically, because of the internet problem that happened in Korea. You may say, teacher, how are you late because of the internet problem? Well, I was late to class for two reasons. One, when I was putting the finishing touches on my PowerPoint for the day, the internet shut down at about 11:20, and I couldn't put the last things together, so I had to improvise the last few pieces. And the last part was when I got to the university. Normally, we use the little QR code to pass through to say, hey, I've been here, I'm good, I'm ready to go through, I'm not sick today. And that was not working. And the young lady that was working the sign-in sheet had one sign-in sheet and have about 25 people lined up to go through it. In events like that, this is where you adapt, improvise, and change the situation. With all the people going on and the internet being down, it probably would have been a good idea to open up a second sign-in sheet so people could come in and sign in two people at a time instead of one at a time. And it's not a long time to sign in, but still that's one person to sign in at a time. Now I know you may be saying, oh, teacher, but we have to sign out at the end of every class, and there's always 15 or 20 people signing out at one time. I know the hypocrisy, or I've got the problem, this is the problem. I understand, but my routine is at the end of every class, and not everybody's ready to leave right at the end of class. Checking into the building, this might be something you have to evaluate and change with the time. So let's move on. Let's do a quick review of the 4 units. That sounds like fun. We always have fun activities that come up, and people invite you to go and do those different activities. Don't be afraid to go try some of them. Go out, see what it's like. You can always say later on, hey, I didn't enjoy that very much, but you gave it a try one time. Don't be afraid to try something one time. You can always say later, no, I already tried that and don't want to do it again. What are some things that you might need some more practice on? Nobody is a master of everything. So you're going to need some practice on various activities. What things do you need practice with? Enjoy them. Go find out what things you do. Then we invited people to go out and do things. And remember, if you are invited to someplace and you just don't have the time, you've got something going on, you can always say, you know what, thank you for the invitation. Can I take a rain check? Remember, rain check says, I don't want to do it now. I do want to go, but maybe at a later date if it's possible. A rain check is always a good thing to ask for. Sometimes you may not be able to get one. Hey, the theater show closes this week. Rain check, I can't give it for another time, but okay, maybe the next time the theater comes to town, we can go in that. And sorry, I can't do that. When you have to decline an invitation, remember, be honest in your reasons for why you can't go. It's okay to say, hey, I've got plans, I can't go. You don't have to be specific, but remember that it's better to tell the truth than it is to tell a lie. As you saw in the video, if you start telling lies, eventually you're going to get caught, and that's no fun. Just tell the truth. Truth is always preferred to a lie. And then when you apologize, make sure that you apologize sincerely. Don't make insincere apologies, because if you do, nobody's going to believe you. And if nobody believes you, why are you apologizing? So make sure that what you say is good, it's the truth, because it will come back to haunt you. All right, now let's talk real quick about that workbook and the review. First, go back, watch that video, and fill in the missing parts. Now the dialogue this time is actually pretty short, and so you can fill this one in with the missing word pretty quickly. Then let's talk about need, want, would like, and like. Need, want, and like have similarities and differences, and the differences in meaning can change what your meaning of your sentence is. When you have a need and a want, both indicate that something is desired, something that you really would like to have in your life. Need implies that this is something you have to have. If you don't have this, you're going to either die or not be there, and it's required. Whereas a want, it's something that I want this, but it's okay if I don't have it. For example, I need to go to the grocery store and buy groceries. Okay, if I don't buy groceries, I don't get to cook food. If I don't get to cook food, then we're going to be without food tonight and we're going to starve. Well, not really, but you get the idea. A want, I want to get a Nintendo Switch. Maybe. I want to get one because, hey, it'd be fun to play video games. I would say it'd be fun to play video games, but I have a Nintendo 3DS, and honestly, I don't play it as much as I used to, and I'm not sure why. Actually, I know why, but I want to play it more. So be careful with want and need. Would like is another one where it's like a want, something that you might like in the future, or something that you need. I would like to have a Nintendo Switch, but I don't need one. I don't play enough video games anymore to actually need it. And I frankly don't have enough time in my day to do that. And like means that it would be something you would enjoy, but it does not mean that you have to have it. It's nice to be able to say, oh, I would like to go out on a picnic on a beautiful day, and I would like to have wine and cheese and fruit all for the day. Well, I may not be able to buy the wine, I may not be able to find the cheese, but I can have the fruit, maybe some beer. That could be a fun picnic. So would like means something would enjoy joining, or would be nice, but it doesn't have to be there. A need have to be there. Wants and likes, they'd be nice, but you could get on without them. All right, so put in what you need for these different sentences. Is it a need or is it a want? We need to buy tickets first. We have to buy the tickets first. There are some other ones you can put in that mean almost the same thing. Try putting in want, would like for these sentences. Now, a second grammar point is using but to show a contrast. Now, but is a conjunction which takes two ideas and says, not this, it's this. So you're changing up what we have. I want to go to the movie, but I have to do my homework. Something I want, but something I need. Need is more important. So when you use it, it's making a contrast between two things. Use those conjunctions to see what you have and fill in this part of the conversation. We'd like to go to the museum, but we don't have tickets. Or, but we don't have time. But we don't have the money. Fill in which one you think needs to finish this. Remember, it's got to be a contrast with using but. Last part. Shorten the underlined verb phrase to make it with but. James enjoys Thai food, but Kira doesn't enjoy it. So we can make that James enjoys Thai food, but Kira doesn't. We don't need the enjoy it because we already established enjoy at the beginning of the sentence. I can't play basketball, but Marcus can. I can't play basketball, but Marcus can. We don't need play it to be able to say it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this session. We've gone through a review of units 17, 18, 19, and 20, and you have done very well so far. So have yourself a great and wonderful time, and I will see you in our next class. Be sure to have a good time. Bye-bye.